and not have it impact on all 50 states. That's a reality. In addition to that, I can't reduce the budget by $500 billion and frankly not increase risks. Bottom line is we think these are acceptable risks.
Defense Secretary Leon Panetta found himself on the defensive today as he faced questions about deep cuts to the military budget. Mr. Panetta this morning telling Congress that health care costs for U.S. Armed Forces have doubled recently and cuts have to be made. The current proposal would have some military families and retirees pay a whole lot more for coverage while leaving benefits for some unionized civilian defense workers untouched. We asked Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr. to help us through the changes. All right, Peter, so why are they doing this?
They're doing this because they need to make some cuts, and so they're saying, well, we need to do it on the back of military retirees and some active duty with regard to co-pays.
Talking about premiums in some cases and
premiums
co-pays for
and enrollment fees. You see, we're going to reduce $1.8 billion in 2013. And by 2017, it's going to be $13 billion. And so some retirees, over a 5-year period, may have their enrollment fees increased 5-fold. And it's being done based on means. So if you're earning so much in retirement, you're paying more. And for all members of the military service, active and retired, they will pay more in terms of pharmacy co-pays. They will be paying more for brand name drugs by mail. They would pay more at retail outlets if they're not buying them at military bases. And the problem is there's a lot of Americans who are serving overseas whose families are not near military bases. They're National Guard and the such. So a lot of organizations like the VFW and others are speaking out really loudly about this and saying this is wrong.
Well, there's a real question about whether we should be solving our debt problems on the backs of our veterans. And we did a story, and we're going to talk about this later, but we just spent $750,000 on a soccer field for the Gitmo detainees. For the Gitmo detainees.
You know,
but our military veterans are going to have to pay more now in their premiums and their co-pays?
Well, when you say that as a retiree that you may have to pay 345% more over the next 5 years, that seems to any disinterested observer to be objectively kind of sick in the head. I mean, the point is that these are men and women that have given their lives. Thankfully, they lived. Some of them may be disabled. But to say to them at this point, yes, we value your service, we gave you lip service, maybe we gave you a parade, maybe we didn't in the cause of some of the folks that have come home from Iran and Afghanistan, but now you're going to pay for it. And you're also going to pay for it based on means testing. There's no other means testing.
Well, they say that they will have the means because a lot of the folks who are affected are retired and younger, maybe in their 40s, and they get another job.
I think the issue becomes one of fairness, and it becomes one of credibility and one of actually saying that we value military service, that people that are there now, we want to retain you in military service, and that you're not going to pay the price for a government's deficits based upon your service in the past.
Panetta's got to make big cuts pursuant to that deal cut last summer, where they said, okay, we'll raise the debt limit, but you're going to have to make major cuts under certain.
You know, I don't know what
I want to ask you quickly.
Sure.
Some congressmen investigating this hike on the vets say this is about getting them off of these plans and onto the health care plans under the president's new health care.
I think Congressman Buck McKeon and others have said that the administration has made it clear that the goal appears to be to get these retirees into state health insurance exchanges under Obamacare.
Getting a lot of objections.
Politics, maybe.
One way or the other. Peter, thank you so much, my friend.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Pleasure.